Charlie Kirk traveled around university campuses encouraging ideologues and other disinformed students to step out of their safe spaces and prove him wrong, which, of course, they could not do, something which led to some reevaluating their life choices and others to hunker down and shout hate speech, and in the case of one, fire one fatal shot. Ideologues whose worldview could not stand up to scrutiny still shouted hate speech, though, and even rejoiced and reveled in the death of Charlie Kirk, only to learn that this time they were on the wrong side of not cancel culture, but the consequence culture they celebrated only days before. And it just took down propagandist Jimmy Kimmel.
And if you're looking for real movies, perhaps you're in for a treat.
New movies come out in the next 5 years. And it's open in all major markets. There's now weeks already, and in that time, it has only managed to go to
In the late afternoon of September 17th, Nextar-owned ABC affiliates announced that they would not be showing Jimmy Kimmel's late-night show on their stations, which was roughly 23, with some in huge markets like Texas and 3 in New York State alone. This was swiftly followed by ABC bringing down the hammer completely about an hour later, taking down Jimmy Kimmel for the indefinite future. This all began on Monday night when the hyper-partisan Jimmy Kimmel decided to get back to business as usual in demonizing his political opponents, in a monologue that, rather than paying tribute to Charlie Kirk, went after him and President Trump, Kimmel's very own white whale. Because when we refer to him as a propagandist, that is a title he has earned.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the 4th stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is
After the entirely justified backlash to him reframing reality in a manner which fit his hyper-partisan narrative, Nextar Media Group decided late Wednesday afternoon to preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live with an unnamed replacement in markets they owned ABC stations in. Nextar owns around 200 stations in various markets, and about 23 of them are ABC stations. Variety wrote in an article, which was updated several times over, Nextar said Wednesday that its owned and partnered television stations affiliated with the ABC television network will preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live for the foreseeable future. Beginning with Monday night's show, the company said it strongly objects to recent comments made by Mr. Kimmel concerning the killing of Charlie Kirk and will replace the show with other programming in its ABC-affiliated markets. In his monologue Monday night, Kimmel said that the MAGA gang was trying to score political points off Kirk's murder. Kirk, a prominent conservative activist, was shot and killed September 10th at a debate at Utah Valley University. 3 days later, authorities announced they had arrested the suspected shooter. But Wednesday night, less than an hour after Nextar's announcement, ABC, aka Disney as a whole, decided to pull Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely. Why would Disney do such a thing? I mean, we just learned that Bob Iger is doubling down on DEI, so why would he not stand by his comrade Jimmy Kimmel? Did he, and therefore Disney, have a sudden change of heart? Did he, in honor of Charlie Kirk, come to Jesus, as it were? Not likely. We'll have more on that as we learn more. But if one were to speculate on why this entire thing crumbled so quickly like a house of cards, then chances are this is ultimately about sponsors pulling out hard and fast. And if one were to speculate further, not just from Jimmy Kimmel, but from everything on the same network that hosts Jimmy Kimmel. Of course, the backlash played a part in this, as this is ultimately why Nextar probably decided to preempt Jimmy Kimmel to begin with, and then sponsors probably pulled out, which caused ABC to pull out indefinitely. Either way, what is rapidly becoming clear, as Andre puts it as somebody from outside the U.S., the assassination of Charlie Kirk changed the world. Stay tuned for more details on that, and please subscribe so you don't miss out. And Andre's feeling under the weather, so Show him some love in the comments.